Listen carefully, because what I'm about to reveal explains something most men never understand. Women rarely lose interest suddenly. It's almost never random. 9 times out of 10, it's triggered by a behavior she sees, and once she sees it, the attraction switch turns off. As Esther Perel famously said, attraction doesn't disappear, it decays through behavior. Today, you'll learn the 5 behaviors that make women lose interest instantly, even when they were genuinely attracted at first. Let's get into it. Mistake 1. Seeking her approval too fast. One of the fastest ways to kill attraction is to fall into approval-seeking mode. This looks like constantly checking if she's okay, double texting when she hasn't replied, apologizing excessively, trying too hard to impress, worrying about saying the perfect thing. Women don't lose interest because a man is kind. They lose interest when he becomes emotionally dependent on how she responds. Robert Glover, author of No More Mr. Nice Guy, says, "Most men struggle not because they're too nice, but because they're driven by the fear of losing approval." Approval seeking tells her 2 things. 1, you don't trust your own value. 2, you need her reactions to feel okay. And that's the moment attraction dies. Why? Because confidence is not, "I'm perfect." Confidence is, "I'm good with myself, even if you don't choose me." Nothing is more attractive than a man who is self-grounded. Nothing is more unattractive than a man who needs reassurance every 5 minutes. Mistake 2. Oversharing too early. Here's a counterintuitive truth. Women do want emotional connection, but they lose interest when you unload your entire personal story too early. There's a difference between vulnerability and emotional dumping. Relationship coach Matthew Hussey says, "Vulnerability creates connection. Emotional oversharing creates responsibility." When a man shares deep trauma, insecurities, or emotional wounds before she's even built trust with him, she doesn't feel closer, she feels overwhelmed. Oversharing early sends the message, "I need support, guidance, validation, comfort." But at the early stage of dating, a woman wants to experience your strength, not your unraveling. She wants to feel your stability, not feel like she needs to hold you emotionally. There's nothing wrong with sharing your story, but there is a right time and pace to do it. If you reveal your deepest scars before she even knows your favorite food, you create intensity before intimacy, and intensity without intimacy repels women. Mistake 3. Being too available. This might be the most misunderstood mistake. People say, women love attention. Yes, but only from a man with a life. What turns women off is excessive availability. When you drop everything for her, reply instantly, cancel your own plans, or constantly try to be present, she begins to feel like you have no mission beyond impressing her. Tony Robbins teaches, masculine energy is fueled by purpose. Without purpose, attraction dies. When a man abandons his routine, goals, and priorities for a woman, she subconsciously thinks, if he gives up everything for me, what will he do when life gets tough? A woman wants to feel chosen, but she does not want to feel like you have nothing else going on. Mystery dies. Challenge dies. Polarity dies. And that's when her interest fades. Remember, time with her should be a choice, not a symptom of an empty life. Mistake 4. Poor emotional self-control. This one is huge. A woman might admire your confidence. She might like your looks. She might enjoy your charm. But if she sees emotional instability, she loses interest immediately. This shows up as getting irritated too quickly, reacting instead of responding, taking jokes personally, escalating small disagreements, getting jealous easily, being hot today and cold tomorrow. Dr. John Gottman, the world's leading relationship researcher, says, emotional instability is the #1 predictor of relationship failure. Women feel most attracted when they feel emotionally safe around you. Not boring, not emotionless, safe. When a woman senses that your mood controls you instead of you controlling your mood, her instinct is to step back. Because she knows emotionally unpredictable men eventually become controlling, reactive, defensive, or draining. The biggest green flag for women isn't money or muscles. It's a man who can stay calm while communicating clearly. Mistake 5. Lack of intentionality. This is the silent attraction killer. Women don't lose interest because you're not rich or perfect. They lose interest because the relationship feels directionless. Lack of intentionality shows up as vague plans. I don't know, what do you want to do? No initiative. No sense of direction. Everything feels random. Dates feel last minute. You never express what you actually want. Mark Manson writes in Models, attraction thrives in clarity and dies in hesitation. Women want to feel like they're with a man who knows what he's doing, a man with direction, purpose, and intentions. You don't need a 5-year plan written in a notebook. You don't need to know where the relationship is going from day one. But you do need to lead moments with confidence. Something simple like, let's try this place on Friday, I think you'll enjoy it, goes further than expensive gifts or elaborate compliments. Lack of direction feels like lack of confidence. Lack of confidence feels like lack of attraction. Women don't lose interest because they're confused, bored, or magically change their minds. They lose interest because the man they liked began showing behaviors that signal emotional neediness, insecurity, lack of purpose, instability, indecision. Fix these 5 behaviors and everything changes. You become the man she respects, the man she feels safe with, and the man she stays attracted to long-term. Because attraction isn't about looks, it's about energy. And when you bring the right energy, women feel it instantly. If you found this eye-opening, make sure you hit like. Comment below, which mistake hit you the hardest? And subscribe for more weekly dating psychology breaks like this one.